look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He's going to go for a big one. Snatches it on the right. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line as they come out of their own territory with a vengeance.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll toss it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And you kind of thought in that situation the QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. On target. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's more. Quickly to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Up the 1st down and slides at the exact right moment.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays.
Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Moore to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks! The extra point here would tie the game.
Hey, he's got that bayou speed. Like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. It's complete to the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throwing right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oregon. A pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point is good. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed.
Breaks into the open on the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they have got to tackle better on the back end.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Gets the back moving. On first down, Nate Frazier. There. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Davison. Turning it on! He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver going in motion. More play action. Now improvising. Trying to find his man in the middle. Upstairs, he's got it. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking for space. It's Davison. harvests that arm out.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Dante Moore finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The run to the left. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing more. Lets it go to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. It's complete to the left. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Absolutely center cut. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's a give to Frazier. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be third down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Runs through a tackle. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 19 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
And it's the Sooners looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Moore. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Moore. Oh, they're after him. He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Moore to the air. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're willing to gamble. Let's see if it pays off. Fourth and short from the 42. More to throw for it on fourth down. Still on his feet. Caught, and he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Moore to throw. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dante Moore lets it fly. Touchdown, Ducks. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Frazier again. Shows him the stiff arm. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Takes the easy completion. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stockton. Finds the tight end. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff for Frazier. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Quarterback making checks. Direct snap. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Pressure coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. And runs through another guy. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Fakes to grab. Tackled there by the defense.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Stepping to the right. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense is on the field to get this drive going. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Defense in press coverage. Throwing more. He lost one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Send the tight end in motion. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. This crowd even louder now on 2nd down as they try to hold on. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Moore rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20. Right on the money. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
He might want another play. 4th down, gotta have it here. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it set up on the outside. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Running the red zone, it's Frazier. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Swings it out to the flat. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the and it's picked off for the third time today. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
it.